Hi YouTube, and thanks for joining my channel. My name is Alacia, aka VSG is she, and I'm just loving how I look right now. Excuse my appearance because I do look raggedy, but yeah, I'm loving my look right now. I just came back from a Mary Kay party and my face is like glowing. Like, I don't wear makeup, but this is kind of hot. I think I might have to order some because I just look the bomb. But anyway, yes. This video is about telling, I don't like how my bra is looking. Okay. This video is about telling your friends and family that you're going to get weight loss surgery. So, I don't know if you've been following my story, but in 2015, that's when I really decided, like, I'm going to get surgery. Like, I'm done all that I can do and nothing is working, so this is what I'm going to do. I really didn't tell anybody then. I think I just told my mom, and she was like, well, why are you doing that? Can't you do something else? Is this the only option for you? We can go to the gym together. And I'm like, I've been doing that, but nothing has seemed to work. So she wasn't so crazy about the idea. But then the next person that I decided to tell was my dad. And me and my dad really haven't had a great relationship since I've been a child. But now we're okay. So I told him about it. I said, well, next year I might need you to take you to the hospital. And he's like, oh my goodness, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, well, I'm fine, but I need you to take me to the hospital for something. And he was like, well, what is it? And I was kind of skeptical about telling him at first, but then I just said, whatever. So I told him, and he was like, oh, yeah, that's no problem. It's like, he took that a lot better than what I was expecting, so I was fine with that. Then I told my friend about it. She's like, whatever makes you happy. I love you no matter what, so do whatever you have to do. So then I've been single for 3 years, and yeah, since 2013. It's now 2016. And this year I just got a boyfriend. My boyfriend is amazing, by the way. But anyway, this year I just started back dating. And when I met my boyfriend, I was actually going to my weight loss classes. And I just said, I don't want to keep this a secret from him, so I'm just going to tell him the truth. And if we're not going to be together because of it, then it is what it is. I mean, I've been single before. I can do it again. It's not that serious. I don't need a man to make me happy because, like I said, I've been single for 3 years. It is what it is. I can make myself happy. But anyway, I was telling him about it. He was like, oh, I just love your legs. I just love the way that you look, blah, blah, blah. So then I'm like, well, would you love me if I lost 10 pounds? And he was like, yeah, I would still love you. So I'm like, okay, well, what about if I lost 50 pounds? Would you still love me? He was like, yeah. So, okay, well, what if I lost 100 pounds? Would you still love me? And then he's like, yeah, why? And then I was like, I don't know if I want to tell you this. And he was like, tell me what? So I just took a deep breath and then I just told him, like, I'm in the process of getting approved for weight loss surgery. And then he was just like, well, I don't like skinny girls. And then I'm like, well, if you claim you love me, this is something that you're just going to have to deal with because I'm not changing my mind. And then he's like, I love you no matter what, so I'm going to be there to support you. I'm like, oh, really? You're going to come to the hospital and see me and all that? He was like, yeah. So, since I told him, he's been very supportive. I mean, he gets in his moods where he's like, well, I don't want you to change, or I don't want you to do this. But I think he just doesn't understand the concept. Like, most people that I tell, which is just my friends and family, they're thinking like I'm gonna get liposuction or something. Like as soon as I come from the hospital, I'm gonna be like a stick or something. That's not what it is. It's a tool, and you have to work your tool. And basically, it's just something that's gonna help you do what you need to do. Eat healthier, control your portions. It's just like that. So that's what I've been telling people. And then they're supportive, but they don't quite understand. Like I said, most of the people I tell, they think I'm just gonna come home and stick, and that's gonna be that. They don't understand the concept. But then, like recently, since I got my surgery date, which my last video I said it is on September 27th of this year, 2016. I was wondering, should I tell my coworkers? Should I tell the people at my job? And then me personally, like, I don't know, you might call me mean or whatever, but I decided not to tell the people at my job, and I'll explain why. I am not going to tell the people at my job because I'm a very private person, and I feel like it's some things people need to know, and it's some things people don't need to know. So in this situation, what I do in my life outside of work is my business. That's what I do. Like, I don't feel the need that I have to share with anybody, like my decisions or anything, because it's not related to work. Now, if it was something related to work, then maybe I would. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm not an open book. Why should I confess? Like, it's people at my job, they're starting what, today, or they started last month or so, and they're pregnant. I mean, you're not telling me that you're home having sex unprotected, and who's smoking marijuana, and who's an alcoholic. So why do I have to confess and say that I'm getting weight loss surgery? I mean, you'll see it eventually, and then we'll go from there. I don't know if this, I don't know. But I don't feel the need to confess right now. Okay, so that's coworkers and bosses. And basically, I just told them, they said, oh, well, why are you having surgery? Because I have to be out for 6 weeks. So I just said, something that I just don't want to risk. I don't feel comfortable discussing. I'm having a medical procedure that I'm not comfortable discussing, and that's that. And then they said, oh, okay, well, make sure you send in your paperwork and all that, and we'll take care of the rest. So I'm like, oh, okay. And that's basically it. I mean, it is what it is. So that's all that I have to say right now. I'm going to continue to enjoy my evening with this beautiful makeover that I got. And that's that. I'll talk to you guys later. Comment, like, and subscribe.